The year I attended my first Indianapolis 500 down in Indy, saw a couple of things in the 2 days that I was there because it was bad weather. One day got rained out. But anyway, the first day, I was down in turn one, the snake pit area, saw the opening of the race, a horrible crash. And I mean, it was one of the worst crashes I think they probably have ever seen at Indy on the start. Postponed the race. And the next day it rained out. And then the following day, well, they had it back going on again. I think it was a Wednesday. I went down there and sat over at turn number 4 and unfortunately saw a gentleman by the name of Swede Savage lose his life over on turn 4. So I've seen some things in Indy over the years that kind of stick in your head and you kind of remember them. But I saw something today. Today is Friday, the 23rd day of May, and it's Carb Day. Well, Carb Days, some people like to go to Carb Days, see the engines and all the other stuff. But this was a different day. This was the day of the Weenie 500. You heard me right. The Weenie 500. Well, apparently in Indianapolis, they have a new corporate sponsor, Oscar Mayer. Well, Oscar Mayer makes wieners. So they decided to have a Weenie 500, taking the vehicles, the Weenie mobiles. So they're pretty famous. You've seen them around there about everywhere you go. They had 6 different Weenie mobiles representing different areas of the country. And you could have the Chicago dog, the New York dog, Seattle dog, the Sonoran dog, Slaw dog. They had all the different dogs from different areas of the country. And there they were lined up on the track. And I was watching it on TV. Now, it wasn't on regular TV. You had to stream it, which is kind of unusual. Fox Sports was doing the streaming on it. Excellent picture, 4K. You couldn't beat the picture. But they were doing it exactly like it was a race. Like it was the Indy 500, the excitement, the announcers, all the stuff, and the puns, believe me, plenty of puns. But they were there. They had the sky cams and they had you name it, they had it, the cameras they had there. 70,000 people showed up to watch the Weenie 500. They did. And boy, did they get a treat. And, you know, they even had the singing of the anthem. And I went, oh, my goodness, they're going to be singing the anthem. Gentleman got up there and sang the Oscar Mayer Wiener song. When the gentleman says, please take off your hats and put your hand over your stomach. This is how they're playing it for laughs. And it was funny. It was very funny. But people were there having a great time. And when they had to start your engines, the lady yelled, start your engines. Green flag came, 2 laps, 5 miles. Not 500, 5 miles. And when they bolted from the start, they were getting speeds of up 28, 29 miles an hour. Top speed apparently was close to 60 miles an hour. And the announcers were just glorifying over that. 2 laps. Seeing the racers going back and forth, in and out. Final lap. Final turn. Oh, and one of the Weenie mobiles had an engine blow on the back straightaway. That lost out, dropped back in the backpack. And it came down to the very end, and one of those little photo finish almost. One car sneaks ahead, the Slaw Dog sneaks ahead and wins the Indy 500. And then they go to the victory lane. Everybody jumps out of their vehicles. The men and women who were riding in the Wienermobiles, special outfits, just like you see in NASCAR, have all the stuff on them, everything going on. And they were jumping and hollering and having a good time. Well, overall, the one thing I could tell you was it was amusing, it was funny, it was well put on, and you know what? I enjoyed it. Yes, it wasn't the 500, but I've seen some bad 500s. And but this one, as far as doing a makeover of the Indy 500 with a smile on their face and a song in their heart, I don't think you could beat what I watched today. Because today was the first, maybe annual, Weenie 500 from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The greatest spectacle in weenies. And I saw it.